for that bullshit. Kinda like a metaphor. Get this kind of focus. You gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true. Don't let me let them move through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform from the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your casualties. Courage is King David battling like a Maccabee. Find out who you think that nigga falls to him casually. Never seek to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it they hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity. In the middle of this amity. Horror, I see calamity. Scar you up on my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth. They causing cavities. Yeah, it's so cool. None of you suckers worth it.
War going on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside. From the dust to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching breath when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. Cause Excalibur ain't glad to be on outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside.
Now I want to see what you shooting stream or anything. I want to go live. Play that song. No song. Alright. Oh, we're gonna schedule that interview. We're gonna probably do it tomorrow. Try to get it in tomorrow. I see. Okay, I'll let you know. Alright, BMG, right on, brother.
West till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit, I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but the abdominal, so what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I bomb you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit's gotten retarded since. All the dominance, one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Apollos, let the semi holler. A showstopper, then the stoppers is a teeny bopper. But now I'm growing up, Patron the premium of vodka. I put his tensions on the clock, modify the chopper. The score heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm a born and I'm a rapper, do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire, and a deep, and I'm still dope as a paper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Feel good night, I'm winning, coming through with the title because I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me.
I would just add a
I'm
second
one west till they bury me.
and it would play automatically, and then we would come in and
You got the video? I think I sent it in there.
got it done.
I'm gonna pull it up on her. Meanwhile, I almost forgot about that. You see, that's no sweat, we don't worry about it. You can do it. I was gonna play it. I forgot what I sent it to.
No, Salaki, I believe I had it on my other, I got it on my other phone.
Yeah,
I just sent it to, I just resent it to your, messenger, sir.
Yeah.
But I got it, I got it trimmed, so it don't have a, whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Tap it down, yeah.
Oh, here it is. I got it. There we go. We'll play it one time for the one time.
I've got the bar, I'm like, you can't command it from the house. Like, all left.
Shalom, Israel. Come to the Fire Weekend, man. Chicago. Midwest Fire Weekend. You know how we get down. July 21st and the 24th, we're going to be in Chicago. You got a lot more to lose, man.
Under the big dress box in the ship. Captain $13,000 gap. July 21st, we got 12 children behind it. The switch is right down class. Followed by Captain Darion, Captain across the line.
You know what I'm saying? We have magic. We got the election coming. We're going to kick off the election with Captain Osh, Captain Kadazar, and Kazak Yard. It's going to be called Fort Columbus Camp.
On the 24th of July, we're going to be doing the Black and Brown Unity Cookout. Shalom Israel to all my blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. On July 21st through 24th, we're going to be holding the Midwest Fire Weekend. On July 21st, we hold a scripture breakdown with none other than 12 Shield General Muhammad from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Followed by Cross the Line Radio. On July 22nd, we're going to be having camp on the Magnificent Mile from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And guess what? Commanding General Yohana will be speaking at 3 p.m. We're going to be located at 401 North Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. After that, we're going to have the Before Columbus Came lecture from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Located on 9909 Roosevelt Road, Suite 100. On July 23rd, you can catch us at the Van Tooth Festival from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to be located at 1130 Midway Place Park, Chicago, Illinois. And then last but not least, we're going to be having the Black and Brown Unity Cookout from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Located at Douglas Park, 1200 West 12th Street. For more information, call 708-299-5821. Again, 708-299-5821. Also, if you would like to help out and support this troop and brotherhood, you go to the Midwest Fire Weekend Black and Brown GoFundMe account and make a generous donation.
Canceled it at 3 in the morning.
Now that was great. That was real stupid. Alright, let me get it out. Shalom Israel. Y'all know what it is and what it do. Captain the Gargle Boy. Salaki. I'm a voice. But tonight we got a topic for our class, is that God has laws against drug use.
Right.
You understand? A lot of people, due to Christianity, you know, our people believe that you can just do whatever you want in this world and in this life, you know, and God is supposed to be okay with it. You have, what is it? That viral little picture that of the sisters stripping and about praying before they. You see that? Remember them? They got the sisters that stripping on the poles, selling their body, and then praying to God that it rain and they get paid. And you know, that's Christianity. You understand? That's not in the Bible. That's not the truth, right? In the Christian church, you can do that. You understand? But with the Most High, it's not true at all. You understand? Christ. You know, they had those buttons and those T-shirts and those bumper stickers that came out a long time ago. WWJD. What would Jesus do? Jesus would never be in no strip club, but Sakari would. Go ahead.
They even used to have a WWJD do-rag.
Yeah, the what?
WWJD do-rag.
You see, no, they had it for the
I had
thugs,
one.
They had one for the thugs.
You don't even need to be out there on the street. Keep your head straight.
Right. Hey,
you
man,
you gotta think what would Jesus do?
Like the cross.
You gotta get the weight.
Like the Christian cross. You gotta have, you know, is there a heaven for a gangster tied it all over the back of your arm and
Paradise.
Right. You know, Christianity is terrible, man. You know, it is. That's the second number one thing. I'm gonna say two number one things. It's so-called white man, and it's Christianity that has destroyed blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. That is a destructive force. You understand? And none of our people should ever go. If you've gone to the Christian church, there's no problem. It's okay. Never go back. Right. You should never go back to the Christian church. You should never go to a place to where they're going to lie to you and charge you for it. You understand? It's not like they say they was charging you and giving you the truth. You know. You can kind of understand that a little bit. You know, because anything good comes with the truth. The truth is good.
Right.
You know, we love it in the ISUPK. It is good, but you know, to them, they rather get lied to. And that's in the scripture. Matter of fact, pour that scripture. Isaiah. Ain't that Isaiah 30? Give me that. And this is our. You can't tell me that that's white people, right? The scripture you about to pull, you can't tell me that's African people. You can't tell me that that's Chinese people. You cannot tell me that ain't nobody other than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's us all day long. Go on, read it, boy.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, starting at verse 9. That this is a rebellious people.
This is a rebellious people. You understand? You are disobedient. You understand? Rebellious. You turn around and get told what to do, and you do the exact opposite. You are rebellious. Keep on.
Lying children.
Lie all the damn time. And then think that it's okay. Like, teach your kids to tell the truth. But, I forgot, you're a liar. Right. You lie so goddamn much about everything. What do you expect your kids to do? Tell the truth? Yes. Ain't that crazy, come on? Like, come on. They sit and hear you and watch you lie.
Right.
All the time about everything, and then we just gonna expect for them. And then you'll kill them. Beat them half dead if they lie to you. You'll beat them half dead if they lie to you. So come on with it.
And then say, I don't know where you get that from.
Oh my God. Why did you have to mention that? Every time I hear that, my cousin, he called me one time. He was upset. He was hurt. He's I forgot how old he is, 30, I think about 34, something like that. Right? And he called me, he was upset. You know, he's on all kinds of drugs, right? Weed, pills, what else? I think he owns some heroin. I ain't no telling what the hell he do. Right? So he turned around and was upset with his mother, you know? And his mother did crack the majority of his life. Right? From birth, he's a crack baby, you know? So he know what she was doing and seen it and everything else since he was born, right? So he turned around and he said, "Man, she just pissed me off, cuz it really hurt my feelings." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Well, she gonna turn around and had to tell me." He said, "Had the nerve to tell me, look, boy, you and all this drug stuff and all this stealing stuff and all this stuff you doing, I don't know where the hell you get this shit from." This is what she said to him. And he said to me, he said, I got it from you.
Right.
Who else did I get it from? Who
Got
else
it.
did I see smoking crack?
Kamikaze.
Who else did I see doing what she was doing in the streets? Like who did I see do this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I got it from you. So, you know, that had really, really hurt him. You understand?
God.
To where she would even say that. But every time I hear that, I don't know where you get this from. Like the daughters, right? The mothers be calling the daughters out for them dressing the way that they dress. And in most cases, it's the mother buying the two little ass clothes.
Right.
It's the mother that's trying to make a video vixen out of the daughter. You understand by the way they dress them. You know, have you seen some of those prom dresses? Huh? Like, oh my God! One of the sisters that we started with, that make the garments. Her in St. Louis. She turned around and I went to her house. She had made, who did she make? I think she made like 2 garments for us to start. And the sister, she was the older sister. She real cool too, man. Real nice sister. She turned around and she was like, "Oh, hold on, let me move some of this stuff around, right?" So she moving the prom dresses, and she said to me, "Look at this." She said, "You would think this for a grown woman going out to, you know, some type of event or whatever." She said, "This is for a 15-year-old little girl." And he said the fathers. He said some of the fathers come in here and be like, "Oh hell no,
Right.
no." You know, he said, but the mother be like, "Oh yes, I love it." I said, and it's ridiculous. And the thing, I mean, it almost like had no back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was like, damn. I said, she said, "This is the front and this is the." I said, "Where is the back?" Like, I like the back was like, it was just like you know what I'm saying? Where is the back at on this thing? You talking about it's the back? Where the back at? You know what I mean? And there was like no back to this thing. It barely had a front. All big old V, all like, oh, it's like, gosh, you know what I mean? Come on with it, buddy.
It's a lot here. Like most of these brothers know, and that's what they worried about, because they know that, damn, I got this hoe pregnant. Now she done had a daughter, and now my daughter gonna grow up and be a hoe like her mama, because that's what I like messing with. I like messing with hoes, but now my daughter a hoe. Yeah, so you don't realize that standard that you accepted for your woman got to be the same standard that you can accept for your daughter.
And that mother 9 times out of 10 gonna make sure that daughter end up like just like her.
Count of the concert.
She gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure that baby girl grow up to be just like her mom.
Count of the concert.
She's going to make sure of that. You understand? That's terrible. You know, it's terrible. But this is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the scripture that you read, right?
Right.
Rebellious children. Keep on.
Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
Children that will not hear the what?
The law of Yahweh.
The children that just will not hear the law. You don't want to hear the law against your homosexual lifestyle or your lesbian lifestyle. You understand? You don't want to hear the law against your pork and your shrimp and your crab and your I heard a sister talking about she had some squid, some this was on Clubhouse. The sister this was crazy. I still don't understand this. Well, I do, but then I just don't know why a person would like force this and make this the reason. Just jump ships and that's what you want to do. The sister was trying to make a brother that she was dating, right? That guy, you know, they went out on a couple days or whatever. She said they went to a nice restaurant a couple times. And she was just so upset because the brother would not say be open to other foods. Right. The brother turned around. She said he ordered chicken tenders and fries. She ordered whatever she wanted. Right. But the brother was terrible. The worst person that she ever dated in life because he was not open to trying the other foods that was there at the restaurant. And I asked, I said, sister, why is that a deal breaker for you?
Right.
Like, I wouldn't want somebody to eat something that they don't want to eat. You force your babies to eat the vegetables and peas and the string beans, you know what I'm saying, and a little salad and all of that because you want them to get some nutrients in their body. Because kids just won't eat that stuff because it don't look good. So. But you gotta force them. But an adult, I don't want to force no adult to eat something they don't want to eat. You know what I mean? And it's ridiculous that the sister straight said that was a deal breaker. But then went on a date with a devil. We had squid, this and that, a whole bunch of other kind of junk. I don't know how to pronounce it. You know what I mean? And she thought she was really like doing, and I'm like, but I said, well, why didn't you do what this dude did for you, which was asked you, would you like this? Hey, what about squid? You ever tried that? You want to try? I said, why didn't you do that for the brother? You know, not sit here and turn the date sour and tell him why you ain't trying nothing else. Try something else. I'm tired of you brothers who just eat chicken dinner dates and all that. Oh, she was going. Come on with it, come on.
It's like even before you just said anything about her dating that devil, it was.
Oh, you was in that room?
Huh?
You was in that room?
No, right.
Okay. I thought you was in there.
But it's because she hates her people.
Yeah, absolutely.
She hates herself and she hates her people.
Absolutely.
And you're not cultured, which means you haven't taken on enough of the other nations' customs and culture. So it's something wrong with you. You just want to be like your people instead of being like everybody else. And of course, when she go to date that devil, well, that is the devil's culture, is taking from everybody else. Their culture is the melting pot, right? That's where they get it. Like that's where they get this from.
Eat squid and raw steak and
kind.
Whatever else, and roll around the world.
How many times you see a TV show with an Edomite going around the world eating just whatever anybody eat anywhere? Mm-hmm. That's their culture. That's what they do. And since that brother didn't want to go into and be like them, there's something wrong with him.
Something wrong with him. You know, which was sad because if she claimed he was a good brother, but that's a deal breaker. Like, I mean, that's something you could have just kept to yourself. As a personal preference, just keep it to yourself. Just say, hey, you know, self, I would like for someone that, you know, would like to try different food. Squid are lawful any damn way.
Right.
You ain't going to be eating it. You're going to get sick. That's what's going to happen to you. She's going to get sick one day. She's going to turn around and have some type of upper respiratory infection. She's going to have diabetes, cancer, whatever else that can cause high blood pressure, cholesterol. You're gonna get those things. Steady eating the things the Lord said not to eat.
Right.
You understand why you think you're out there doing something with these devils and they're shitting on your brother for him like, hey, chicken tenders and fries is good. What parent didn't feed their child chicken nuggets and damn fries for lunch and for dinners and things like that? You understand? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we grew up on that. You know, we grew up on that. And ain't nothing wrong with it. You understand? But the sister, she couldn't take it. She couldn't take it. You know? And like you said, that's just that you hate your people and you love them. And instead of making up all these excuses, making the black man sound bad for that, just go on the other side. That's what you want to do.
Right.
We ain't gonna miss you. I guarantee you. You understand? Any sister that would deal with a devil, African, look, I ain't gonna miss you. You understand? Go have fun. Go do what you do. Because guess what? You'll be back. You understand?
Right. Right.
You will be back. Boy, they gonna do you bad. They gonna do you dirty. You know, let Donald Trump get in office this next round. And matter of fact, and look, the new brother that turned around and called trying to get to school today, he stays in South County, Lee. Right? The brother said that when Donald Trump, now he's been staying there, but when Donald Trump got in office, he said, man, some people tried to run his wife and his damn daughter over with a vehicle. He said he almost shot the goddamn man. You understand? It was called niggas everywhere they went. All kinds of, he said, man, we didn't even walk, like around the neighborhood or go for exercise or do any of that down there. He said, man, the heat got turned up on him, and that's it. Oh, matter of fact, hold on, give me that. the class now, because the brother was supposed to be calling in for class. Let me, the speaker and the tab. Just unplug it.
Okay.
Yeah, I sure forgot about this. So like everybody, give me 1 second. Get this thing on. Yeah, I sure did.
But and that was the beautiful thing about Trump's presidency, right? What Trump did was he showed our people exactly what our oppressor thinks of us. Right? We thought we was cool. It was actually black people, so-called black people, Hispanic people, and Native American people who thought that we lived in a, what they call it, post-racial society. Right? But Donald Trump showed you it was couples, married couples who had been married for years, got divorced because she found out that her husband really actually hates her guts. Right. And that really, you're not really the mother of his children. You're the bedwitch that had his children. Like that's what you are to him. And Trump had to come in so you could see that. Right? It's people who've had friendships and relationships for decades. And when Trump came in and basically allowed Edomites to say what they really felt like saying, oh, that was the end of those friendships. You ain't see them no more because they felt comfortable to show you exactly how they feel about you. They felt comfortable enough to tell you that, you know, they think you're beneath them. They think that you're worth nothing, and you're only here as a Salakia, as a 40th class citizen. Okay, I don't even think it's that many races, but you underdogs. Okay, you under horses, you under cats. Right. You don't have the same rights as your pets do in this country. Okay, you can kill a so-called black man in the middle of the street and nothing happened to you. But if they find out a dog was killed on your property, you are going to jail, right? You are nothing to them. But the problem with our people who keep going into these relationships and trusting our oppressor is that they've been conditioned that way, right? And they don't understand. They, like this is saying, they just won't even hear the law of the Most High God. Right. Like their ears have been shut because you've been told so long that, and it's the Christian church's fault, because Christianity and the Christian church is nothing but the religious form of white supremacy. That's when they took the chains off of you. That's because you fully believed in that Christian church that they set up. Right. That was the chain that they made sure had to stay on you. Right? You couldn't leave that Christian church. That's why even to this day, in the so-called black community, even if you're not in the church, you still a Christian. You still believe in white Jesus. You still go to the church on Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. Right? You still do those things because that is something that our oppressor has set up, and it's a binding that he has kept on us, and we just as a people refuse to see it.
Mm-hmm. Right? Absolutely. Yeah, it's working.
Sir.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, it was sadder than that. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let me see. Because he tried to call now. I think his phone won't let him. You know how they
kind of where it won't let you call the number sometimes. Yeah, I remember that issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another. Yeah, it says Satan don't want to let St. Louis go.
Right.
Man, that's. I honestly wish our brothers and sisters in the city of St. Louis could see what exactly goes on to just to even try to get them the truth.
Right.
It's so easy for a Christian pastor to go and do whatever he want to do anywhere and everywhere. They don't nobody bother them. Don't nobody say anything. They help them out, right? In here, it is a fight just to get the truth to the people of the city of St. Louis. And I believe they are under the impression that we, like the Christian church, and everything just come easy here. It don't. It don't. This is a labor of love of our own people. We stayed open during the pandemic because when the Christian church shut, because we love our people, right? We kept holding the food drive because this is the Commander General Yohana set something up, and it is worthy of effort, right? It is something worthy to put your time into, right? The Christian church is nothing but Freaknik that's been that your grandma go to. That's all it is.
Right.
Because everybody know what happens at those church conventions. Everybody know the pastor's kids is the pastor and the pastor's kids are running around having sex with everybody in the building.
Man.
And all y'all doing is having conversations.
We was just talking about the pastor's daughters. They be the biggest whores in the damn church.
Kind, the PKs, that's what they call them. The PKs, they look.
Yeah.
They know they the worst. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the church know they the worst. Mm-hmm. But that's.
And I don't think that's by coincidence.
Oh, wow.
All the molesting your daddy doing.
Kind of the kind, sir.
Sleeping with other men's wives.
Kind of the kind.
You know, all that nonsense that the preachers be doing. I don't think that's just coincidence.
Oh, kind of kind, sir. It's Salakia, but it's just like, you know, with the what you was talking about with the brother. And his mother was was on crack. He's a crack baby, and she trying to figure out, well, why are you on all these drugs? It's the same thing. Yeah. They see what their daddy doing, and they see that everybody in the community praises him.
Right.
While he's doing that.
Right.
So it must be the right thing to do. Yep. Because that's what's getting praised. Everybody know he's sleeping with Sister Jenkins while while Deacon Jenkins is over there with somebody else's wife. Right. And they just passing women around church. Yep. They know that. Yep. So why wouldn't they do it? If that's what a man of God does, then what's wrong with them doing it?
What's wrong with me? But hit that last part of it again.
Kind, sir. Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Right? Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
So they say to the seers the same thing as prophets. That's what they was called back in the day. Way back in the day. Was the seers, right? Now they call prophets. Okay? But still talking about the same people. So he say, don't prophesy to us right things. Keep going.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things. Where you think your preacher get being such a filthy, lying bastard from? You understand? He get it from his God, which is the so-called white man.
God.
But you could never lie to the white man like this.
Oh, lie, sir.
He ain't gonna go for it. The white man ain't told you, speak to us smooth things. Don't tell me nothing. The white man can handle the truth.
Right.
He can handle the truth. It's just you neighbors that can't. You understand? You know how many times we go to camp? Of course we do. How many times we go to camp and we tell the white man he the devil. Yep, I sure am. No argument there. They're right. They're telling the truth. But then when our people walk in, oh hell no, what you mean? What God love everybody? Now them the ones we got to argue. You understand? Those are the ones we got to argue with is our people who just cannot handle the truth. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the other nations of people, they can handle it. I never heard of one. What I had? One Chinese man, and he really didn't argue.
Right.
He really didn't argue. You know, right up the street here on Delmore at camp. He didn't argue, he just went and lied. You know what I'm saying? His feelings was hurt because he was not going to get in the kingdom of heaven, other than being a slave. He went and filed false charges on us. And said that I was cussing him out, threatening him, all kinds of, you know, of course, we beat that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was with us. And You know, but still, just, you know, we had him.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
This is that right there. That shows you that those Moabites and them Ammonites, they are not anywhere near as smart as we give them credit for. Everything that the UPK does is filmed. You can't say, "Oh, he went and cussed me out."
Right.
He's on tape, not cussing you out.
Right.
What are you talking? You're right there.
And wait, stop! Don't say nothing else. That's exactly what the judge said. Those exact damn words. He said that word for word. You must have been there.
Sir.
Because you said that word for word. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on, like that's ridiculous. So we get you know a Moabite or Hamite here or there. You know what I'm saying? That may want to may read the Bible a little bit and believe what they heard in the Christian church and it's for them, but it's not.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's not. And guess what? We don't have very many arguments with them.
Why, sir?
It's the lost sheep of the house of Israel who we argue with all the time.
Damn right.
You understand? Go ahead, read a little more.
Okay. Prophesy deceits.
You wanna be lied to.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And why you think the goddamn devil, which is the so-called white man, why you think he lies to you all the time about everything? He know you don't want the truth.
Okay.
He know you don't want it because it says it right here in his book.
Okay.
He went in these records and studied how can I get over with these people. Saw that and said, oh my God, yes.
Good.
And he been lying to us since forever. And won't stop. Come on.
Salaki, that is his greatest talent. And you know, for anybody who's watching doesn't understand, devil just means deceiver. We right here we're asking, tell us what Esau wants us to know.
Yeah.
Give us the so-called white man's words.
Right.
We don't want to hear from you.
Lie to me.
They made a TV show called that. Lie to me. They deceive. That's why they love our oppressors so much, because that's all they do is deceive.
Right.
That's all they do is lie. So of course our people love them, because you know when you listen to them, then everybody's created equal.
Right.
And this is we're all a part of. There's no such thing as race except for the human race.
Right.
Like that's what they love to hear, because honestly, a lot of our people just do not want to take the weight and the pressure of having a standard set before them that they have to follow. Right? You'd rather just hear, no, nothing means anything than that you're the great kind of God.
To each his own.
Kind of God. You don't want to hear you're the greatest people on the face of the earth, because that means you might have to do something. That means you might have to follow rules that are not your rules.
Yeah.
Like you may have to shut up every now and again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just go off of whatever you you thought or whatever your mama told you.
Right.
Like there's a standard.
Right.
And that's the part that kills most of our people.
It's a beautiful sound.
I
actually love it. I love being in the truth. I don't see what people's problems are. I really don't see. We would be so much greater than what we are if we all would just get in here. Instead of being in the world, trying to be like them, trying to fit in somewhere where you don't fit in at. You don't belong in the world. You're there because you choose to be. You understand? You choose to be in the world, but you absolutely do not fit. You try to sell drugs, what happens when you caught? You try to get high, you can't do like most white people do. What they call a functioning junkie. You can't function and get nothing done. You understand? Like you've been smoking crack too damn long. You understand? You ain't got half your teeth. Your shape, you lost all your weight. You understand? Like your bones is brittle and some everything else wrong with you. You got all types of diseases in your body now. You're done. You understand? You choose to be out there like that. You can turn from all of that and come on in here, man, and we can become great tomorrow. Just serve the Lord. And turn around, we all got in the truth tomorrow, boy, we'll see a great change in the morning. In the morning.
Sir.
You know what wouldn't be on the street? Prostitutes.
Right.
If we all changed.
I
hate to see my sisters out there selling their precious body for some damn crack. You understand?
Okay, so
And my brothers, I hate to see my brothers out there selling it to them. You understand?
So
Those sisters are doing some horrible, horrible things with their bodies just to get some crack. You know, come on with it.
Salaki, the brothers out there selling it too.
The brothers is out there too.
Like it's not just one side.
Yeah,
on that,
my real, she went to school with one of them that be around her prostitute. And we was riding, we was come here, and she said, "Dad, hold up, that's such and such I went to school with." And he out there on the stroll, selling his ass, smoke crack. You understand? Like it's terrible. But guess what? If he was to get in here, if they was to get in here in the morning, you understand? Guess what? The streets would be clean. It'd be clear.
Right.
You understand? Won't nothing be sold. Won't nobody be getting raped and molested. You know, I remember anytime I talk about this, I turn around and I draw back to the interviews that me and Avon had went around and did for the drug lecture that I did. And I remember one sister out of everybody. It was terrible talking to all of my people, man, because they were so far out of their mind. One sister was saying that she been out there 23 years getting high, you know, and we did this. We did this lecture. What year we do that lecture? 2 years ago? Was it 2020? 19? No, I think
19,
19.
sir.
Yeah.
19, sir.
And you know where she's still at?
Still.
So that's how many years I've been out there smoking crack? 23 years?
26
From 19?
years? 26 years?
26 years. She been out there smoking crack, huh? Smoking crack.
Salaki, that's a career.
Yeah, she a career crack. Yeah. The one of the brothers that to this day he be on the instead of the park, you know, they shut the park down. They took the benches and the gate and all that. They took all that out. Right. So now the brother be at the Family Dollar on Skanky and Martin K.
Got it.
And he was so far out of his mind when I asked him the questions that I was asking the brother, he was just like, man, you know, some people don't know they got, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do, man. You know, like when I first turned around, I told my boy, he was like, man, you owe him some money and this and that. That wasn't nothing I was asking him, man. The brother was so gone.
Sir.
That's all he could say was this other stuff. You know, the old man that was right next to him, he could answer a little more. He wasn't in much better shape, but you know, he was just like, he had been smoking since he was a teenager. This cat was on like 60 something. You know, he been smoking crack that damn long. He said, brother said he was bored, man. He said he was bored as a teenager. He turned around and have some fun. He got high and look at him. Look at him now, all them years, 60 years now, been out there on that dope. Well, probably about teenage, probably 40 something. You know, go ahead.
And the worst part of this whole thing is that same oppressor that they love so much designed this.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't an accident. This didn't just so happen to. No. They had think tanks, study groups. They invested billions of dollars into making sure our sons and daughters were out there selling their bodies for a little rock. Like this was designed this way. This was not a mistake. The ghetto, poverty, these are all engineered circumstances. Now, in the richest kingdom in the history of the world, there's poverty. That the only way that that's possible is if you create the poverty, if you want the poverty there. Because this government could honestly get rid of all poverty in this country next week if they felt like it. And every homeless person would have a home next week if they felt like it.
God.
How much of this country is just unused open land?
Yeah.
Drive through any state, you go run across miles and miles of unused open land, but you got people sleeping under bridges.
It's like not even just the land unused. Half of these buildings that are built already is half used.
Child of God.
You know, to where they turn around and like all of the old schools, you know, they started taking all of the parking garages that was downtown and turning those into lofts.
Kind of guy.
And then now they taking some of these older schools in this area and
Yeah.
making those,
Kind of guy.
you know, like this one here,
Clark.
Clark,
Kind of guy.
the one that's right there by Sodan. I can't think of the name, but you know what I'm talking about. That one. It's another one over here. You know, like it's ridiculous. Like, go ahead.
But this is why we say that the so-called white man is going to have to die for his crimes.
Yeah.
It's not because we don't like the color of his skin. It's not because we got something against him, except for what he has done. There is no other way. There's no other. You cannot be just any other way.
Right.
Like 99 million of our people died in transit. That's not lynchings.
Right.
That's just getting here. Just to establish things, 77 million of our brothers had to die. And that's not during the entire slavery period, Buffalo. So that's not even that part.
Yeah.
That was just them landing here.
Yeah.
What other penalty is there for the greatest mass murderer in the history of the world except death?
Right.
Like this is why we gotta separate from it. You start affiliating with a murderer, guess what you are considered? A murderer. The penalty for being an accomplice is the same penalty for committing the crime.
Yep.
Whether you accomplice before or after the fact.
Damn right. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. But like I said, we right here on them drugs. Finish that up real quick.
Those end up.
Huh? That's it? Okay, Kyle. Like I said, give me 1 Corinthians 6 and start at 19.
Kind, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 19.
We're going to turn around and we're going to get straight to, this point here in this scripture that I've often heard this quoted in church, but never truly broken down the correct way, of course, because Christianity is just a total lie. Right? Go ahead, read it, brother.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit?
Your body is the temple. And I heard that quite often. I still hear, and I used to hear that in church, you know what I'm saying? When I was raised up in the Christian church, I used to hear it all the time. And your body being the temple, you're supposed to watch what you put into your body. You understand? You're supposed to monitor that. And what this is talking about is the temple where the Most High dwells. The Most High wants to dwell within you, not in your church. Because he's not in the pastor's office sleep on that futon. You understand? Waiting for you to come to service.
Right.
You understand? God is not there in that building at all. You understand? As a matter of fact, get that scripture about how to...
Made by hands, sir?
Huh?
The one about made by hands?
No, not that one. The one about the Most High dwelling in you. Give me that.
Okay.
Give me that scripture. That's another good one too. You know what I'm saying? The Most High dwelleth not in temples made with man's hands. That's talking about the churches that you love. You love going to the churches. Those churches, those pastors, totally abandoned their members, the community, and everybody, scared that they was gonna catch a cold. COVID-19 hit them pastors, started dropping like flies, and they start closing them doors quickly. They shut down Cabal before the schools did. The damn superintendent and the Board of Education didn't even have the opportunity to close before the Christian church did. You understand? And that's ridiculous. But they turned around and told their members, look, don't come here just drop that money up under that door. You know what they said?
God,
We
God.
read that we
God,
played the
God.
video or read the article? I think we played the video, didn't we? I can't remember which one we did.
Salakia, sir. It was. There were videos and articles because there was multiple churches.
Yeah, God, bunch of them. So either way it go, we covered it.
God, God.
And they turned around and said, "Nah, don't come around here. Just you stay at home. You stay away from me. I stay away from you." But where's all this love stuff at? Where's all the love for the members at when COVID-19 hit?
Salakia. Where them healing hands go?
What? Oh my God! Let's not talk about the blood of Jesus.
The blessed rag, sir. What happened to the blessed rag?
And
The holy water.
prayer cloth, the holy water,
What?
the holy bracelets.
Kind of.
Like, come on, man. They had every damn gadget you could think of, holy and prayer and save and sanctify and all kind of mess,
Okay.
and none of it worked.
Kind of.
I haven't heard no Christian talk that nonsense like the Lord shut all that up with COVID-19. Because I have not heard any Christian even talking that talk about being covered with blood, pleading the blood over nothing.
Kind of.
I haven't heard that at all. And I don't think that's coming back.
I lied.
You understand? I think pleading the blood of Jesus is done in the Christian church. You're the Most High hand, goddamn. You understand? And guess what? I can't wait until the Christian church is just done all together.
Yeah, I'm right out of line.
You understand? It's just, we just need the building. We don't need what you're doing inside of it. You understand?
God, sir.
Like we talking about homelessness, we're gonna fix homelessness.
God.
You understand?
God.
I know for sure Commander Junior Hunter gonna fix homelessness with the church clubs.
Damn right.
You understand? He gonna fix that homelessness. Since you devils won't, since you preachers won't, Commander Junior Hunter gonna take your building. Now I don't mean take it like, you understand? Come in there and force you now. Don't think he's gonna do that. But you're gonna give it up.
So
You understand? You're gonna have no choice but to close because at just a short while, nobody's going to be coming to your church.
God.
And you're gonna be crying about like what they was doing
Okay.
the whole time since the pandemic. What was it, like 6 months in, and they talked about we suffer. The church is suffering for money. How so? When you've been robbing people all these years, like damn, you ain't got nothing stash. Oh, that's right. They too busy paying for strippers. What's that?
Right.
What's that one dude name? That one cat they call conscious stripper.
Oh, it's like a Dr. Umar.
Yeah, Dr. Umar. You doing the Dr. Umar? You understand? You got them conscious strippers and things in your church. You know, so it's ridiculous. But you got the scripture for it?
I believe so, sir.
Come on with it.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Christ, he is none of his.
Okay, so you get that. If you got the spirit of God, then guess what? The spirit of Christ, you're gonna have the spirit of Christ too. That's the spirit of God. You understand? It has to dwell inside of you. You understand? That's where the Most High dwells, within you. Right? The Most High wants you to take His spirit and you run with it. You rock His spirit, not that one that you got, that whole spirit, that homo spirit, that dope fiend spirit, that Christian spirit. You understand?
God.
Like that is all disgusting. Okay? Jump back to the other news now.
Sir.
About the body being simple.
Okay,
Read it from the top.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you?
Which is in you. Okay? That is that's the Most High simple. Right? Is your body. He wants to dwell in you. And how does He dwell in you? By you keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. It's real simple, but it ain't magic.
Right.
You know, I know the Christian church got all the sugarly, boogly,
God,
but it ain't magic.
God.
You know what I'm saying? It's just simple, real simple. It's obedience. Like,
Right.
what else can we say?
Right.
There ain't got to be no long, drawn-out conversation about it. It's just simply obedience. That's how the Most High dwells in you. That's how His Spirit dwells in you You understand? It's if you obey him. Simple as that.
God.
It's more than that. What's more?
Can I
Now
say?
go ahead and read it.
Which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own.
You are not your own. You are not your own to be buying drugs and going somewhere in the alley or doing something so disgusting to get. I remember when I had one of my properties down the street, right on Ridge Academy, right? And I had just rehabbed the 3-story building. Turned around, had tenants in it, right? Was there cutting the grass, hauling off some of the, the trash, from us rehabbing and everything. Hauling off some of that junk. We had bags and cut up 2x4s. You do construction. You know what I'm saying? You know how those sites, them job sites look sometimes. So we turned around and we picking up the stuff. I got the brothers cutting, picking up, loading up the truck and trailer. And we see a car creep down the alley, right? And we turn around and it was, it could have been somebody driving. Not too many garages even work in that area. So, it's not like we was totally focused on that, but it could have been they was just driving down the alley or parking in their backyard. That's kind of like what happened. So, you're like, it's just a car driving to their house. Turn around after so long, we heard, bitch, real loud. And boop, 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 somebody fighting, somebody getting their ass whipped. So we run to the alley, the same car we see, you know what I'm saying, because that's where the noise comes from. So, same car we see going down the alley, now flying out the goddamn alley, right? And so then here come a sister crawling from out of a garage. You know what I'm saying? What they started doing with the garages was I don't know if this was the people that own the homes doing it, or is it something that the city told them to do or something like that, because a lot of the garages was leaning and falling and this and that. So a lot of them they was taking, they had to clean them out because for some odd reason it was all clean, and then they take the doors off. Garage doors was not on, right? So what they did was they backed into the garage. I'm guessing this was a transaction for some crack, for some drugs. So the sister, we turned around and go down to help her. We're like, damn, she said, no. She said, motherfucker just raped me, robbed me for all my crack, sold my car. That's what she said. So here you are in the alley, screwing for some drugs, then get raped, beat up, robbed, man took your money, your crack, your tail, and your car. Took everything from you. And you know what? She's still on drugs, bro. I seen her. She's still out there doing them drugs. The same interview that we did, the one that got to me the most, and you can see it on my face. I got that picture that I took with that sister. You can see it on my face. And she told me her story, man, it all brought me to tears. I ain't gonna lie. She said she's getting raped left and right out there. She said she gets raped all the time. It was, oh yeah, I get raped all the time. She said it was like nothing. I was like, normal. I'm like, damn, did anybody hear this? It was like nothing to her. And then she turned around, and the saddest part, what got me, after all of that stuff she was telling me about what they was doing, how she got beat up and robbed and all of that, she said she is not ready to get off that dope. Now that right there, bro, I was like, God damn, that's rough. That's rough. Go ahead, come on with it.
And the part that killed me the most is that's somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
That's somebody's grandbaby. We tend to look at our people who are in those situations as just a throwaway. But that was somebody's little girl.
Yeah. And it's like my good. She said life was not totally bad for her.
God.
She said she came up pretty decent. God. She said she came up pretty decent, not too bad of an upbringing, even though we in hell.
God.
You understand? But she said not too bad. She said she just chose to go the wrong route. And I'll be damned, man.
God,
You know?
sluggy, but
Yeah.
having daughters, you know what I'm saying, and seeing our sisters out there like that, like, it's hard for me to understand how, our people can't take pity on that.
Right.
Like, how do you not see her in that situation she's in and not see your sister,
Right.
see your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
How do you not? But you want to throw her, you want to do her dirty, you want to rape her. Like, this is
Right.
what we have been brought to in this place, in this hell. But the Christian church want me to believe it's a red man under the ground that's gonna do worse than seeing that. Like, we in hell,
Right.
and most of our people just won't even acknowledge it. They don't even. And I'm thankful that the Most High is waking a lot more of our people up a lot faster nowadays. But
God.
it's just rough. It's like it's
God. Absolutely.
the scriptures say, surely oppression make a wise man mad.
Man.
And this stuff is just
And they wonder why we be going off up in here.
kind,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna see if I can find that. I don't even see my. Let me see if I can find my phone. I can't find it during the search. Yep. Give me. We done with that war. We done with that. What was that? Corinthians, and then you read the Roman.
I read 19. Did you still want me to read 20?
Kind. Yeah, kind. Give me.
Verse 20. For ye were bought with a price.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore.
And it's like the scripture says that your body is not your own.
Kind,
You
sir.
understand? This don't belong to you. It
Kind,
belongs to the Most High. And we are supposed to do what He said do with it. Come on with it.
And Christians, the main ones talking about my body, my decision. That's the Bible says you are not your own.
Not your own.
That
right.
body is not your own.
Right. That body wasn't made for you to be holding around with it.
Kind.
That body wasn't made for abortions.
Kind, sir.
That body wasn't made for homosexuality and lesbianism. That body wasn't made for them crack and heroin and
Damn
pills and weed and cigs and vapes and, you understand, whatever other drug they got.
Kind, sir.
What else they got out there? Synthetic weed and all of that nonsense, man.
LSD.
Huh?
Shrooms,
All
LSD.
that, yep. Meth. You got more and more black people on meth too. I brought that out in the lecture.
Kind, sir.
You got a lot of our people getting on that meth. They trying and using any damn thing.
Kind.
You understand? It don't even matter. Go ahead, come on with it.
Kind, sir. Therefore, glorify Yahweh in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh's.
Right. It belongs to the Most High. It belongs to the Most High. That's who your body belongs to. So if you say, for instance, you want to have sex, the Most High said in His law, this is how you do it.
Right.
But there's a way. Now we ain't talking about the Kama Sutra book, the positions you want.
Kind.
We ain't talking about that. You understand? That's up to the husband and the wife. The Bible says that a marriage is honorable among all, and the married bed is not defiled. So whatever freaky thing that husband and that wife want to do, have fun.
Yeah, right.
You understand? The priest will not be at your door with a brick ready to bust your head.
Right.
You can do that. But then it says, I'm paraphrasing, it says, but whores, whoremongers and adulteresses, the Lord is going to judge. He's going to punish you. If you turn around and you have sex the wrong way, like with a man, you're going to get judged.
Right.
And you're a man. Right? With a woman and you're a woman, you're going to get judged. The Most High is going to judge you. If you're an adult and that one's a child, the Most High is going to. You better hope the daddy don't get you.
Kind,
You
sir.
better hope the uncles don't get you.
Kind,
you better hope
sir.
the men in the hood don't get you.
Right.
I see that video where
Kind, sir. Kind.
Right, I said that.
Most
Everybody
High
ain't soft.
Christ.
Everybody ain't soft like your punk ass pastor.
Kind, sir.
To where they won't do nothing about you molesting a child. You understand? And they whooped dude ass.
Kind.
They whooped his ass on that parking lot. You know?
Damn right.
And I remember who told this story? Was it Jeremiah? He told, oh no, it might have been, it was Captain Zariah. because you know that brother is extremely passionate about that child molestation.
Count the
He
concept.
hates it with a passion.
Count
So,
the
so
concept.
does the rest of it. And he turned around and told a story about how it was a project, I believe in New York, to where the entire damn project, you know, them things go 50 feet up, 50
Count the
floors
concept.
up in the damn air, not
Count
50
the
feet,
concept.
like 50 floors up in the damn air. He said everybody came, when they found out this cat molested a child in that building, and everybody came on, beat the snot, almost killed him.
Damn right.
Almost killed him.
Damn right.
You understand?
Count the concept.
Like, come on. You know, but the Lord said there's a way. There's a lawful way and there's an unlawful way to have sex. You ain't supposed to be doing no animals. You ain't supposed to be sleeping with your parents, your uncles and aunts, grandmothers, great-grandfathers, grandfather. You understand? There is a right way and a wrong way to do anything in the Bible.
Damn right.
Right? To do anything in this life. The answer lies in the Bible. That's where you find the answers at. Okay? And I think we're done on that one, right?
Count the concept.
Okay. Give me Isaiah 55 and 2.
Count the concept. The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Wait a minute, read that again.
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
You saving your money to buy weed. You asking people, do they got 5 on it? You understand?
Okay.
Keep reading. Read again.
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
You come off of the stroll, and that $10 that you made, you run straight to the crack house,
Okay.
and you buying crack. And what does it say you do?
Spend money for that which is not bread.
You spending money for that which is not bread. You are going around doing some horrible things to buy something which is not bread.
Okay.
Drugs is not. The drug heads don't even eat. Like,
Okay.
talk about a damn appetite suppressant. God damn. I just seen, I'm like, damn, man, they say you can't live without this water and food for about a week and a month. Man. Boy, it's been about 6 for you. You know what I'm saying? Crackheads don't eat and drink for 6 to 7 months. And here it is, you still here?
Right.
You still here. God damn. You understand? You are spending money on that which is not bread.
Right.
Read the rest of it.
Kind, sir. And your labor for that which satisfieth not.
And that, your labor, right? You know, at one point, crackheads was doing all the work on everything. Houses, cars, yards, whatever you wanted done. They was doing it.
Kind, sir.
But it said, what about your labor? Your labor do what?
For that which satisfieth not.
It satisfies not. Because guess what? All that hard work you doing is going to crack.
God.
It's going to heroin.
God.
It's going to synthetic weed. It's going to the real weed. It's going to whatever, and then you're never going to be satisfied, man.
God.
Your weekly check, your weekly or your bi-weekly or your monthly, if you're getting what's that, assistance?
God.
What they call it? SSI.
SSI.
If you getting that monthly, then guess what? That labor, that little stuff. Matter of fact, you can't labor no more because you're on disability.
Right.
You understand? You're on disability now, so you can't labor for real. But that check that you getting, whether it's once a month, bi-weekly, weekly, you understand? Whatever it is, you turn around and you are taking that labor of yours, and it ain't gonna satisfy you. Because guess what? You're going to go buy drugs. You ain't paying your bills. You understand? What is a crackhead responsible for? How are they responsible? You understand? How is a drug addict responsible? I heard so many people talk their mess about how they pay all their bills, they good with they smoke. No, you not. No, you is not. No, you are not. You're not good. You're a junkie. You're a drug addict. That's what you are. And you don't have your things in order. If you did, if your priorities were straight, you would not be a dope fan. If your priorities were truly in order, drugs would be number 0 on your list. You would never use them. You'll never buy them. You understand? So, you know, you could miss me with that. You can miss Captain. Ain't that what they say out there in the world? Miss me with that. That you got your stuff so, you know, I had a sister that heard what we teach about them drugs and that weed, and she had to call the school. She turned around and got her feelings hurt. You understand? Got her feelings hurt. I called her so many damn drug addicts, brother. She got mad. I was like, sis, you a drug addict though. Like, I go to work and but you a drug addict though.
Yeah.
I gotta smoke. But you a drug addict though. Am I lying? A drug addict is one that uses drugs. Am I calling you something that you're not?
Right.
You know? And I just kept saying, I just kept throwing it right back to him. Like, sis, you gotta get off the drugs. You're a drug addict. Talked about how big, how much she smoked that weed, brother, and all this, and I was glorifying, laughing at first, but then turned around and got her feelings hurt. Once we got into the conversation, she thought that it was okay. Let me tell you something. Everybody don't like drugs, all right? Especially me, okay? Especially me. I can't stand it. I hate it. You understand? I want every piece of crack and rock and pill and meth and vape and cig and whatever you can get on, whatever you can smoke, put in your damn mouth. I want it all gone from out of the black community. All of it. Because guess what? You know what would happen if our people got off drugs? Our brothers wouldn't be fighting and killing each other over it.
Damn right.
Right? Our sisters wouldn't be selling their ass out for it. Our children wouldn't be being neglected for it.
Right.
You spend money. The scripture say what? Read it again. You spend money on what?
For that which is not bread.
You spend money for that which is not bread. That's why your children at home can't even eat. The kids don't even have food now. You understand? The children can't even get a decent breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why? Because their mother's a drug addict. Their father's a drug addict. You spending money on that which is not bread. You ain't even caring about it. You care more about getting high than your children adequately eating. I can't even say for the month, just for a day. Because they don't even adequately eat for a day. Dealing with drug addict parents. You know? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? The children can't, you're neglecting your kids. You're neglecting yourself. God forbid you steal to go get it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody lets you in your house anymore. You don't have nowhere to stay. You gotta stay out in the streets.
God.
Because you smoke crack and you steal. And you hoeing. And you robbing. You doing whatever you can for that dope. You spend money on that which is not bread, and all your labor, you still ain't satisfied. Because the only thing you're getting is drugs. You keep me. I talk to so many drug addicts out there claim that they don't have money for bills and things. Get off the drugs. Like that. Count them bags and them blunts and things up that you rolling and smoking every day. $10, $15 down there every day. You just might add it up. You just might have some money to pay your electric bill, to pay your gas bill, to pay your car note, insurance or something.
Right.
Spending hundreds of dollars. I know some people say they spend thousands a month on getting high, and I can believe it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it, man. I can see hundreds and I can see thousands being spent on drugs. We glorify the lifestyle, though.
Right,
it's all in the rap music. Damn near every rapper that don't get high.
Right.
they don't even use drugs, but they high as hell in their videos and their songs. You understand? Ain't smoked a lick of weed smoke the liquor, crack, pop, damn pill,
God.
but high as hell on Percocet. What's the other stuff?
It's like a Xanax.
Xanax. What's the other the drink? The Serve, lean,
Yeah.
all that nonsense. They high as hell. Ain't even took no cold medicine. Ain't never even had a cold.
Right.
Didn't even take no cold medicine. But I swear up and down, boy, they be getting high as hell on that lean. Now some of them do. Some of them do now. Don't get it twisted. You understand?
Yeah.
Some of them
Yeah.
do. And you know, speaking of these rappers, I seen a video that just turned around and went viral. It was a old clip of Tupac where he said, "Did you see it?"
I don't know.
Tupac has said, he said all the different things that he was gonna do because he was a nigga. You know, he said he gonna smoke weed because he a nigga. He gonna do this because he a nigga. He gonna do that because he a nigga. You know, but that's not, niggas not supposed to be smoking weed, getting high, just because we niggas. That's not what we supposed to do. That's what the oppressor has forced on us to do, and now that's what you absolutely choose to do. That's the mindset and the mentality that he wanted us in, because all we see since these preachers allowed drugs to come into our community, that's all we see now. It's either sell it or smoke it. They're the only options. You understand? All because of these greasy preachers. Martin Luther King, instead of him wanting to see the mountaintop with white people holding hands with black people and all this nonsense, he should have been watching for the damn dope coming into the black community.
Right.
That's what he should have been doing. You understand? He could have been doing something much more productive than sitting here having a goddamn lion-ass dream about hanging with white girls and white boys. That ain't gonna never happen either. That ain't gonna never happen, Cabal. You understand? It ain't happen and ain't gonna never happen. I don't give a damn if you got a white friend, if you got a white coworker that act like they love you and bring you coffee and donuts every morning. So what? They ain't gonna never love you, man. You understand? You ain't gonna never hold hands with them people. Do you not listen to the radio show and how many articles we bring out about how this place is constantly coming up with more and more ways to racially profile and to discriminate against black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people through education, schools, through jobs. They're still doing it everywhere. They didn't even stop. They hadn't even stopped. You understand? Like, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse in my opinion. Turn around and you tell a brother or sister that they cannot wear braids to come in order to come to class. They can't wear braids. That one during Black History Month, the brother wore a I think it was like 15, 16, he wore a I Am a King shirt. And the white teacher went and reported him and said he was being racist for wearing a shirt, for him saying he was a goddamn king. So he can't feel good about himself. He can't feel good about himself say he's king. He's being racist. When I read that, I had to do I'm like, let me make sure I'm I ain't tripping. Did Karen just do that?
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? That's Karen all day long, huh? She went and reported him and said he's being racist.
Sir.
Now, when you turn around and wear your shirts with your American flags and whatever it says on it, we better not open our mouth. Come on with it, boy.
It's like them don't tread on me
don't
flags.
Don't tread on me.
Sir.
You hear me?
And
they mean that. They mean you better not tread on them.
Salaki,
come on.
How many state capitals did they storm because the government said stay in the house for a couple weeks?
Come on.
Like that was slavery to them.
Yeah.
Wearing a mask as a mandate, that was slavery, and you cannot treat them that way.
They said
okay, the so-called blacks get beat in the streets. They have to live in the ghetto. We redline them from all these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But I have to wear a mask? Oh, no. I'm storming the Capitol with a gun.
And you know what they said? They said we will not be treated like them. Remember that?
Kind of the kind,
They
sir.
said that.
Kind
And
of
who was
the
the
kind.
one they was talking about? Talking about black people.
Kind of
They
the
said,
kind.
you ain't gonna treat them like no son.
Damn right.
That's why I said the scripture that I had you read in Isaiah 30,
Kind of
that was talking about us. And see
kind.
them, you can't do them like that.
Right.
They're not going for it.
Right.
They're not destroyed like you.
Okay,
They
okay.
actually destroyed you. They're the ones who destroyed you. So they don't fit in your shoes.
Right.
You understand? And they turn around and like you said, that tripped me out. When they actually said that, they said they would not be, you will not treat us like them.
Okay.
And they were talking about treating them like slaves, telling them what to do.
Right.
They wasn't going for it. They wasn't going for it. And they, like you said, stormed the Capitol, went all into them offices, personal files and desks, and all of that.
Okay.
And they barely put out a search team for these people. Who they knew who a lot of them were.
Salaki, they was live streaming.
Yeah, they knew who a lot of them were, and they barely went to go get a couple of them.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
How many did they round up? All the like 5 or 6. Like they didn't even take that serious.
They
It was
picking
a
them up.
half,
Yeah, they
God.
picking up one or two of them.
God, a couple of them here and there.
Yeah, okay.
I only heard of I think like 3 getting charged for it.
Well, Salaki, the ones who was running their mouth the most, like they not going after every individual one. It's just like if you made a name for yourself on this, they gotta get you.
Right.
Like you are right here in public, and you put your face straight on it. Like they're not dusting for prints. They're trying to catch the people who was wearing masks and glasses in there. They're not trying to catch them. But if you right there was right in front of the camera,
Right.
and we are doing this, yeah, we gotta come get you.
like the one that went into that one lady office. What was her name?
AOC?
Who?
I think it was AOC's office.
I can't remember, but they got him. Like you said. Like you said, big. He didn't have no mask on.
God.
They saw who he was, and he was like the top one
Right.
because he went in her office and went through
God.
her thing, sat in her chair. You understand? It was like Little Red Riding Hood. Who's been eating my porridge? Somebody been in here.
Yeah. Well, somebody took pictures. Took pictures in the chair.
Yeah.
Like,
God.
and then we gotta get you.
God.
But they're not really going after everybody. Like,
Right.
And Salaki, this is the Capitol building.
Right.
The U.S. military
Yeah.
would have just surrounded it and just arrested everybody. Like, what? It wasn't like these were some, this was an expert tactical team that did an infiltration. No, they stood outside and walked in.
Right.
And if the government wanted to arrest them, they could have done it
You
immediately
could have done that.
in the act.
Mhm.
Like, but they didn't.
Yeah. They let them do it.
Kind of
They let them because it was them.
Right.
It was them. Like I said, you ain't finna treat us like them.
Kind of
You know what I mean? So they refuse to be treated like us. You understand? Give me which one I want? Exodus 22 and 18? Give me that one.
Okay, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
This is in the law, right? And now let's go to get that definition out the sound of it, brother. And let's find out what a witch is, because I know immediately in the mind of our people, we think witch, and it's close to time. We gotta get out
Okay.
and read this and we get about it. I know they think witch is a woman with a big old nose, big long, goofy looking nose, and dressed in all black, flying around a broomstick, laughing hysterically. That's not what a witch is. Right? That's not what a witch is. Okay, that's what a witch is on cartoons and on movies, right? What's that one witch? Something witches or witch or something?
Eastwick.
Eastwick, witches or Eastwick. That's not a witch
Okay.
according to the Bible.
Okay.
And we're finna get the definition. Go ahead. That's a witch on Eastwick.
Okay.
You understand? That's a witch there, but not according to the Bible. Come on.
Okay. The Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Page 897, witch. A woman in early England, also a man in league with evil spirits, is once translated witchcraft, meaning the use of drugs.
The use of what?
Drugs.
The use of what?
Drugs.
The use of what?
Drugs.
Come on with it.
Charms or magic words.
Right. Drugs, right there, is number one on the list. That's how you get to people, man. You give them something to get high off of. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get whatever you want out of them. Come on with it.
Salaki, this sounds like you getting high wearing the Jesus piece, speaking in tongues in the church. Like that's all that right in one place.
Right.
That's all witchcraft.
All that right there. All of it witchcraft. Absolutely.
Or you got them new crystals with the copper around your neck. That's witchcraft. That's not, you're not aligning no energies in your body. Right. It's witchcraft. That's what it means in the Bible.
God, absolutely. So that's the law right there. That you are not supposed to be getting high. All right, because a witch is the one who sells the drugs. And the Lord says, suffer not a witch to live. That old English word, the way that they spoke back then, suffer meant allow. That means to allow. And it says, suffer not, allow not a witch to live. That means you catch a drug dealer, guess what? He's supposed to be put to death. And for you drug dealers that's out there selling drugs right now, guess what? The Lord is going to make sure you get put to death.
Right.
The priest, guess what? We don't have to lift a finger. What we are doing is we are trying to teach you how not to use them and how not to sell them, how to be a clean people. Right? So that the Lord won't kill you and put you to death. But you continue on, you're going to leave him with, I mean, what else can you do?
Right.
You know?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
But, you know, our people will look at us as somewhat like we looking down on them. First and foremost, that's where most of us came from.
Right.
Starting off. Second, if we don't tell you that you will be destroyed, and we know you're going to be destroyed, then we don't love you. Like this is the warning, so you don't have to suffer this fate. The Most High is this is what grace and mercy is. It's not just so you can do whatever you want. It's so you can be warned, and then you have time to get yourself straight. Because back in the days of Christ, if you was a witch, they didn't warn you. They didn't educate you or plead with you. They pled with you with them bricks upside your head. That's how you got pled with back then. Right. They pled with you with the sword. Like it wasn't, brother, you need to quit doing that. No, it's get them.
Right.
Like that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like you said, no warning. No.
Sir.
They did like what's that? Bad Boys, right? They turn around and hit you with that battle ram, 2, 3 in the morning while you sleep, and get you. You know what I'm saying? That and pleading with don't mean like, oh no, please, I'm pleading with you. That ain't what it's talking about. Meaning I'm coming to serve you with this brick and this sword right here. That's what that means. You know. So but yeah, that's the law on it. You know, we absolutely, and we got a huge drug problem here in the city of St. Louis, man, and it's actually getting worse. You know, it's getting worse. I mean, when I did that drug lecture in 19, I'm gonna have to do a part 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna have to do some more of these.
Sir.
You understand? Because our people just ain't getting it. You know? They just are not getting it, man. You know? If we would get off of the drugs and obey the Most High, a lot of things would be different.
Right.
You understand? You would have your teeth in your mouth. You would have your health in your body. You would be able to, you know, live with somebody. You wouldn't want to not be around you because you wouldn't be stealing from nothing.
Okay.
You understand? You wouldn't be such a horrible individual because of those drugs. You wouldn't lie. You wouldn't cheat. You wouldn't spend. I saw that coming up. You understand? Me and my family, man, and the men I grew up with, you know, because I hung around older cats all the time. And they turned around and they all, well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but most of them was was with somebody, some woman that did drugs. And these brothers, they got cheated on, had babies by other men,
God.
was out selling they tail, doing all manner of evil, man. One of my cousins, her old man killed her, right? Killed her with her children laying in the bed next to her, blew her brains out because she was on that dope, and he knew that she was sleeping around, and he told her, he said, I know what's going on, I know what you're doing. You think you slick. You think I don't know. He said, but I got you. And he turned around and murdered her that night. Brothers. He woke up and turned around, stuck that gun in her face, and blew her brains out right there in front. Had the kids laying in that pool of their mother's blood. Right? So, drugs, man, they got it. And guess what? People still getting killed from drugs right now today.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new that I'm talking about.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody got somebody in their family doing something that they should not, for some drugs, and somebody's on their head. You understand? I remember the drug debts being told to the men that they owed them drugs to. Oh, he gonna pay for them. You understand? When he don't do no drugs.
Right.
I've seen it the other way as well, to where the woman wasn't and the man was on the drugs. I've seen that too.
Yeah.
But I've seen it to where they is telling the dope man that their man is gonna pay their drug debt.
Yeah.
And then guess what he got to do in order to keep his woman and himself alive? He got to turn around and pay the debt. He ain't smoked that liquor crack, but he got to pay for this. Because she said, hey, all this dope that I've been getting fronted, he gonna pay for it.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's some sick things go on for the drugs, man. It was a teenager. This cat, I was an adult by then. I was a young adult, maybe 20, 21. 14-year-old little brother up in Page and Taylor, Becky Park, right where we used to hang out. Turn around, and this little cat, I just knew he was gonna come up to us and tell us some kind of story about his favorite video game or something he did in school, or you know what I'm saying, playing somewhere, went to Six Flags or something. He come telling us about how much heroin he smoked, and how he had fell asleep in the park, and he woke up with his pockets turned inside out. I told him I was trying to scare him. You know what I'm saying? I said, young man, I said, hope you get off the drugs so you won't wake up with your butt turned inside out, sleeping in this damn, well, not sleeping, but passed out high as hell in this park, man. You understand? And I think that went in one ear and out the other. I don't think that brother even heard. He probably was high at that moment. I don't even think he heard what I said. But that right there, because I know, because I got some of the stories from the junkies in the hood back then, how somebody they was getting high with, another brother ended up forcing himself on them, raping them. I know a lot of brothers that in the hood that I grew up with that ended up getting raped by other people that was getting high with, other brothers that was getting high with. And I was like, damn, I was wondering why you was, I said this to myself, I didn't say it to them, but I was wondering why this person seemed so timid, so soft, so weak, so sad, and he got raped several times, the same way the woman did. The same way the sister did down the street. They got raped too. And then here it is, you still getting high with them probably. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. But with that, come on. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's lucky, but that's the point. They know that you can't do nothing about it, because 9 times out of 10 you need them to get your drugs. That's where you get your high from. So you can't distance yourself from them. You can't turn them in. You can't do nothing because they control your drug supply.
Yeah.
And so if you want them drugs, you gonna keep getting raped.
Yeah.
And then that's how his brothers out there on the stroll right now. Because they used to getting raped and they used to having sex with men to get their drugs. So
Right. So, hell, what a family member? What that mean? You understand?
Oh, God,
I know people that slept with their fathers and their mothers
Mm-hmm.
and their cousins and their sisters and their brothers and all that to get high. That's disgusting.
Yeah, kind of sir.
That's disgusting. You understand? So, but with that, we're gonna clip the class. Israel, Shalom. Make sure everybody in prayer. We're gonna be coming with some more classes, some more topics. You understand? Like I said before, the ISUPK has taken over Paradigm Shift TV 314. All right, and guess what? DMG is all right with it. And guess what? We're gonna get that brother in all black as well.
Damn right.
Shalom, man. He probably gonna edit that part out.